All right. Hello, everyone. Very good morning. My name is Ravi. I will be taking a demo session for today, and then I'll be continuing for the Appian training. So before we start, let's have a quick introduction. If you want, just to know about the audience, what kind of experience you guys have, or what kind of people we have. So anyone who would like to go first, or if you want, I can go first. So yeah, my name is Ravi. I'm been working as an Appian developer. It's been now 11 years. I started my career with Appian itself, so till now I'm working as an Appian developer. Right. So yeah, very quick instruction if anyone wants to go first.
Yeah, sure, Ravi. Hi, this is Pradeep Settipalli. So I have total like a 14 years of experience in IT and a total entire 14 years on Pega.
Okay.
That is my
Great.
quick intro.
Good. Thank you, Pradeep.
Hi Ravi, this is Mansur Sheikh.
Mansur.
So I'm having total experience of 3.5 years in IT on working in IBM support, IBM BPM support project, and
Okay.
its experience is 3.5 years.
Right. Great. Thanks, Mansur.
Yeah.
Hi Ravi, so myself Appian. So I have a total experience of around 7.5
I'm sorry, but your voice is not so clear.
Yeah.
Can you please come
Is that
again?
clear now? Hello, is my voice audible now?
It is. It's just mumbling. I'm not that clear. All right. You can drop a message.
Is my voice audible now?
Yes, I can hear you
Hello.
little. Yeah, go ahead. I think Avinash, there's some issue with the audio. Just have a quick check, please. Yeah, Avinash.
Is my voice audible?
No, yes, it's loud and clear. Go ahead.
Yeah, so myself Abhinaya. So I have a total of 7.5 years experience in IT industry. So I started my career as an Appian developer. So
Okay.
I have a experience in automation anywhere for around 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Right now, Appian is new to me, so I joined this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thanks,
Thanks.
Avinash. Thank you. Who else?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, hi, I'm Anudeep, and I have close to 12 plus years experience in IT. Started as a mainframe developer, then moved on to Pega. Now
Right.
I'm transitioning into Appian and AWS, so I'm
Okay.
keen on doing this course.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Who else we left with? Neeraj? Hey, people.
Hi,
Hey,
hi,
Neeraj.
Ravi. Yeah, hi, Ravi. I have around 18 year experience, 14 year in IBM BPM, and yeah, Appian also I have gone through uh, portal.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, so I have little idea, but yeah, wanted
Okay.
to.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Neeraj. People. All right. Ramchandra, would you like to go next? Okay, that's fine. All right. So I think we have. I mean, we don't have anyone as a fresher here, but yeah, everyone is some having some experience. Some maybe in IBM BPM, someone is having in Pega, which is good. That will also help you to learn Appian quite a faster way because you already know what the BPM is, right? Right. So before we start, do you guys have wanted to discuss anything like anything specific in his mind that you want to ask? Or maybe you can ask it at the end of the session. Okay. All right, guys. So everyone knows, right, what an Appian is? What kind of, is it a language or it's a tool?
It is a tool.
It's a tool, right? So what kind of tool it is?
BPM tool.
BPM tool, right? So what is a BPM in that case?
Business process management.
All right, business process management, that's a full form, right? So what do you think it's a business process management? What is the business meaning of process and management? Anyone can explain?
It's like designing a workflow to show how the process functions.
Right. Right. So okay, so let me explain you this business process management in very I mean I can say it's general example. So business is nothing but a requirement. Let's say if I ask you for I need a tea, right? So in that case, my requirement is that I need a cup of tea, right? So that's my business that I want to do with you. That I need a cup of tea, right? Now, second comes as a process. When I ask you for a tea, you must be started thinking of how do I provide the tea, right? You must be doing something like preparing it. Maybe you are putting milk first and then putting some water and then sugar and liquor. So there could be different ways, right? As we also know that to solve a problem, there could be different solutions, right? Different way of doing it. Some could be the optimized way, some could be the better way, right? So to achieve a task, to achieve a requirement, or to fulfill a requirement, we need to do a certain step of the process, right? That we do. So that is called the process, right? And then comes the management. So you must be having milk putting in some jar. You must be having sugar keeping in some other jar, right? Liquor in some other place, vessel some other places, right? So you will be bringing all those data to at one place into the vessel on the stove, right? And then you make it, and then you put the data back to their own places, right? So that's how you are managing your data, right? So that's the business process management, right? And that's what we do into the BPM tools like Appian or maybe in Pega as well, right? We do a certain set of steps to achieve a task. Is that clear? Any doubt here?
No, Ravi.
So that's the business process management, and Appian is a BPM tool. Okay, so the first thing comes in the mind that do I need to do the coding, right? So there are two kinds of tools available in the market. One is called low code, and another is called no code. What do you think? What's an Appian is?
Low code.
Low code, right? Can anyone tell me what's the difference between the low code and no code?
I guess in the no code, it is a complete drag and drop facilities there. We don't need to code. But in low code, in addition with the drag and drop facility, we will do a little bit of coding there.
Right. So it simple meaning is that Appian allows you the customization, right? So let's say if you want to design an UI in the no code, you can design it, but whatever the format the no code has been given to you, you cannot make any changes to that. Okay. However, in the low code, it also gives you it allows you to do the customizations. Apart from drag and drop, you do all those drag and drop, whatever you want to do it, and then you can also do the customization. So you can do the coding. So what kind of coding Appian is having? What does it call? Anyone knows?
Yes, it is SAIL.
SAIL, self-assemble interface language. Okay. Do you know that Appian has been built in Java itself? So the most of the coding standard you will see is like a Java standard, like if else, maybe the looping, some functions like append functions, text functions. It's not so it doesn't mean that you need to learn Java, but I'm just saying that Appian has this capability of, I mean, it's being built on the Java, so the coding standard matches with the Java. Okay. All right. So this is the small introduction about the Appian. People may think that they have to do a lot of coding. No, it's not. You must know the coding so that you can do a better customization, but it's not that tough. Okay. All right. So Appian, as I said, we mentioned that it's a low code development tool. Why Appian is so much demand in the market as compared to any other like Pega is there in the market, right? So maybe Pradeep, you can explain more in the Pega. I think in the Pega we have to buy the different licensing, right, for different things like data structures and the designers, and then for the APIs and everything, right? There are different packages for different stuff.
Compared to Appian,
right,
like a Pega
right,
is like a more
right,
costly.
right. But in Appian, it comes everything within the package, and it is also helping in our started doing in the RPA. It also has the automation. It also has the artificial intelligence, document processing, everything. Now Appian is combining like a whole package. That's the reason it's very in demand, and it is also enhancing its UI experience a lot. I mean, to design a better UI. Initial days, the BPM tools were giving very basic UIs, no colors. I mean, very basic colors, some predefined colors, and no images and all. But now in Appian, you can design a good UI using the colors, even hexadecimal color codes, images, charts, everything. So that's why, and it's very quick actually. Within minutes you can have a better UI without writing a single line of code. It's just you should have a better database design. So that's powerful Appian is. So as we mentioned, low code. So you can see here, right? This UI that is being designed. It's a if I tell you that I have not written a single line of code to design this interface, Appian gave me this UI design based on my data structure. On your left hand side, you can see these are the objects, Appian objects for designing the interface. You can simply drag and drop, and you can design the UI, and then you can go and do the customization. So basically, Appian gives you two mode of designing. One is called expression mode, one is called design mode. In the design mode, you can do drag and drops and do all those things. And in the expression mode, you can go and see the code, and you can customize it. Okay, that's what the Appian helps. And you can also see the runtime design changing on your, just like the way here, right? So you can see the changes here, right? We talk about the BPM. It's a BPM tool. We also talk about this. Appian gives the RPA. For this training, we will not be touching the RPA AIs, because these are these separate codes, which takes another set of activity to complete. And right. And initial days, integrating with the external system, the APIs were very tough in Appian. When I started, so around 2014 till 2016. We had to use a middleware where we have to design the structure of the request. We have to design the structure of the response. We have to use the middleware to send the request to that middleware, and then from there it has to take and make a request and everything. So that tough it was there initially, but now Appian has given you APIs, integration, and connection system object, which can easily connect with the third party and bring the data in. And it's enhancing. So every quarter, in every year, there are 4 quarters. Every quarter, Appian release its version. So right now it's 25.1, 25.2, and 25.3. So we are in the 3rd quarter. So 25.3 has been introduced already into the market. And every quarter they make some good enhancements. Right. As I said, right, web server and application servers are all, the architecture that we have. Give me 1 second, sorry. Sorry. So like any other architecture, right? Appian also has a 3-layer of architecture where you have your front end, your servers, and then you have your backend, right? So in Appian, how it manages is that, like if you are going to store some rules, that rule that we will be creating, the interface rule, the expression rules, all those things get stored in a separate memory allocation. If your process is running, so it will be generating the instances, those will be keeping in the separate process instances. To run the process, we have different rule engines. So that's how the Appian has also divided its server in multiple sets, so that which makes it very faster in execution. Okay. Now, someone asked me that, as everyone of you are like here as an experience, right? So do you know about the ETL job? What's an ETL job?
It will extract from the source. The data will be extracted from the source, and it will be transformed and will be sent to the destination. I mean, load, I guess.
Right. So I mean, what does ETL mention? Extract, transform, and load, right? So you will be extracting from somewhere, transforming the data, and then loading it. So many company tries to use Appian as a ETL job, to get the data and then transform it and then load it, which is fine. But if you think about only the data, there is no approval process, no manual intervention and all, right? In that case, you should not go for the ETL kind of job in Appian, because if you have a huge data, when I say huge, it's millions of data. In that case, it is not a good practice. Sorry. That was my data. All right. You see, these are some example of the charts that we have, right, in Appian. We can design such kind of charts in very easily in Appian. Rapid development, it's very fast. In within a minutes, you can design your good UIs and everything, within seconds without writing a single line of code. And it definitely cost effective, because when you take there are certain categories like enterprise editions and then the standard editions in Appian as well, but depends on what kind of customer your company is. Based on that, they can get your Appian, and then you can also enhance your Appian, right? One quick thing in the Appian, there are two kinds of Appian itself. One is the on cloud, another is the on premise, right? Do anyone know what's the difference between on cloud and on premise?
Yes, Ravi.
So on premise, you will have to install Appian on your own server. So in case something is going to be enhanced, or maybe some plugin is going to be enhanced, or some new plugins is in the market, you will have to take care of it. You will have to install those things within your system, and everything you have to do it. However, if you are using on cloud version of Appian support team will take care of everything. They will be upgrading your servers all the time. Whenever the new versions come, they will schedule timing with your company, and then they will do that. In case there are plugins available into the latest version is available into the market, you can very easily go and upgrade your plugin just by clicking on 2 or 3 clicks. However, if you are using on premise, everything you have to do it by yourself. But on premise is way too secure as compared to the on cloud versions. But it's not like on cloud is not secure, it is also secured, but some companies are wants to like having their environment very much secure that you cannot log in from anywhere apart from your server. Then they use this on premise, right? So to design and develop an application in Appian, what are the objects we have? We have like records, which is a backbone of Appian development, by the way. Okay, record is a very powerful tool in Appian, which can do all the kind of jobs in Appian very easily, and you can maintain the data as a data fabric. You must be hearing this concept in the data fabric. And to give you a simple example of data fabric, right, the one that we discussed, to prepare the tea, right, in the management, we might have milk somewhere else and the sugar somewhere else, and some other packets, and then you bringing together and you do the processing, and then you take the data back to their own places, right? So that's a data fabric, right? So in record also, we can connect multiple records, connect and bring it one place, do the processing of the data, and then data will go back to their own places. So that's a data fabric, very simple, right? We have process models to define the workflows, interfaces, reports, dashboards, rules, And these are the objects, you can see it here, are used to design a basic Appian application. Okay. Right. Now, this life cycle, like any other technology, here also we design, develop, and then we deploy it. When we say design, it's like doing the analysis, start building, developing, unit testing, everything comes in the design. And then we deploy, we execute the things, we monitor, and then we optimize. So that's like any other technology. Appian also has the same life cycle. Right? Common use case, if you talk about a common use case like, customer onboarding. Right. Now can you tell me anything, right? Can we, whatever we have discussed so far, is it okay to design an IRCTC like website in Appian? Can we design an application like IRCTC?
No, I guess because BPM apps only handle limited users, Ravi. It can't handle millions of users.
Right.
As
Right. True. So can we build? Yes, we can build, but is it a good use case? No, it's not a good use case, because in that case you will have to handle millions of users, which you cannot afford, because when it comes to the number of users, the costing will be depending on how many users you are using in your Appian server. And it's not like all users, it's like unique users. Let's say I have one email address. If I can create 5 users out of that, maybe for the testing purpose, it will be considered as one only. But we cannot have millions of users created inside an Appian. It will be way costly than any other technology. Right? Okay. So what kind of, who is going to be our end users? So who is the users for whom we are building this application? We will be building the application.
Mostly CSS.
And the in-house employees.
Yes,
Right?
organization employees.
Right. So in-house employees, like for a bank, who are the in-house employees? Like the person sitting behind the chair and who's taking the money and then initiating the deposit process, or maybe who is the person who's initiating the loan process. Right. So the employees of an organization are the end users for application that we build, not a general audience. Okay. So always keep in mind, whenever you start building an Appian application, you should think who is the person, who are the personas, who are the users who's going to use our application. Right. So example, customer onboarding. So whenever a user, general customer visit the banks, right, they want to open and initiate a new account. So there's certain process, there's some UIs in the behind which is going to be handled by the person sitting behind the chair. They will be initiating, taking your details, everything, filling out the form and then uploading it, right? So those are the users who will be using our applications, and customer onboarding is one of the.
So Ravi,
yeah.
So what is the maximum number of users Appian can support, like for ideal workload?
So that depends. Appian can support even millions as well. But that question goes to your company, how many number of customers they can onboard it, for their login. Because it's costly. Right.
Yeah, but as you said, it won't be a customer front-facing app, right? So basically, it's the back end.
Right.
And like for the big banks and all, if they have like 1,000, 10,000 internal users, can they still support them?
Which is good, which is fine, because see, as a large organization wise, 10,000 users is still okay. Because in organizations like maybe let's say for example for Capgemini, right, it has thousands of employees. So if they want to create an application for leave management, right, which is a very common application throughout the line of business, any line of business users can use that application, right? In that case, it is okay to have it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So that company has to bear the cost for those number of users, right? So that's what the.
Okay, basically it comes down to costing.
Right.
But application as a tech stack can support million users.
Right. It can do. That's what I said. Right? It can do that, but see what happens. It requires number of that amount of servers as well, memory, right? Allocations. You will pay. You will get. It's like that. No,
Okay.
but that's not a kind of millions of euros is not a valid scenario for Appian. It will be way costlier. Right? That's all. Yeah. All right, just give me 1 second. All right. So, I mean, traditional approach and Appian, what's the difference? The major difference is that Appian is very much faster. So if I ask you in question, like if someone has worked in the Java or maybe Python or some other technology, if I ask you how much time it will take to design one interface for getting customer entries and then saving to the database, what do you guys think in terms of hour or maybe whatever you think? What do you think? How much time it will take? Maybe if you are using Python and you are good at that language. Maybe hour. If you are very good, you might take 1 hour at least minimum. In Appian, you can build in like 5 minutes. Definitely, you may have to enhance it later, but let's see if I ask you, give me a basic interface at least where I take an input and save it to the database. I will take only 5 minutes to develop that. Only 5 minutes is more than enough. This interface with the process, with the rewrite, everything. Okay, that's why Appian is getting more popular, because the biggest money in current time is time. They are ready to invest to save the time, right? So that's why Appian is becoming very popular. Right, that was some basic introduction of the about the Appian. Any questions, guys, if you wanted to know?
Yes, Ravi, you just want to understand what all are you going to cover as part of this course? Are you going to showcase something on that?
So we will be designing a basic application for sure, where we will be using most of the objects. We will be using APIs, integration, connected systems also. What we will not be touching is artificial intelligence, robotic process automations, right? These are the things that has a separate course, but which we will not be touching. And then for an Appian application, you don't need that. So that's are the additional things that you need to learn. But in this course, we will not be touching that.
Okay, you will teach us how to create a workflow, how to create interfaces, how to integrate,
right,
and how to maintain that workflow, is it?
Right. So we will be creating one basic use case from beginning to the end of the work, training. At the end, you will have your one working application with you. So if you want, you can continue with the application that we are discussing, or if you want, you can have something similar so that you can build your own application. So in that way, you will have multiple applications with you. One is that what we are doing in that training, and one that you are practicing at your home.
Okay, and another question, like whatever you teach and whatever application we build, how close is this to a real world, in organizations, the ways of working, and probably deployment and all that thing. Will you be teaching that also?
Let me tell you one thing. Imagine a big application in Appian, the real application in Appian, and imagine a small application for a POC. The common thing is everything is going to be very common. You will be designing an interface, you will be designing interface there too. You will be doing the deployment here, you will be doing the deployment there too. It's just the complexity level of the UI design, the complexity level of the process is different. But object-wise, concept-wise, everything is same.
Okay.
Right? So there's no difference. Either you design a big application or you design a small application. You need to understand the concept. Right? Once you understand the concept, you can fit in any application, right? Maybe you have some application built in Pega, right? Because you need to show your experience in Appian, right? So you can't say that I have 16 years of Pega experience and now I have started learning Appian in like 2 months. No one will hire you in that case, right? For Appian, you have to say that I had an experience of 10 years of Appian and 6 years in the Pega. So what you will do, how you will express yourself, you will say that last 6 years I was working as an Appian developer, and they will ask you to explain your project, any one of the project. So you can simply take an example of any of your Pega application and then just convert that concept from Pega to Appian, right? I use this process model. This was my concept, because they want to know that you have worked in any of application or not, right? So that's how you will answer yours. I mean, you will present yourself to the interviewer, right? So concept wise, it's same.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi Ravi. So
Hi.
I have a couple of questions. So you said like we are not touching the RP and AI concepts in the Appian. So don't we really don't need these concepts for interview purpose?
Interview purpose, you may, right? Because they may ask you, but you need to be very smart to answering this, right? See, how I would represent. See, I would say I am going through my AI skills. I'm trying to learn these AI skills, and that's the reason for my to switch. Because in current organization, I'm not getting chance to work on those. I'm just doing my regular job. So you need to represent yourself in such a way that the person sitting in front of you can, oh yes, this guy is interested in learning the AI skills and all, right. It's okay if he doesn't know, but he can do it because he knows Appian, right? So if you know Appian, then you will be able to understand AI skills of Appian, how it's used, right? Because it's connected. So you need to be very smart in representing yourself.
Okay. Okay. So after the completion of the course, just this is regarding the certification. So at the end of this course, are we willing to clear the L1 level with this course?
You should be. Yeah, I mean, many of the people have completed their level 1 certification by completing this training. So if you put more concentration, and what else we can do from our end, we can try to get some questions. So what happens is that nowadays Appian has take the test as a proctor. They use a proctor person to take the test. It's on the video conferencing. To get an questions is very difficult now. So what happens? Let's say you appear on the exam, then I'll ask you that do you remember any of the questions? Yes, I do remember. This was the questions and something like that. So we try to collect those questions, one or two from some different people, and then we create a set, and then we share with you. Okay, so that what we can do. It's not guaranteed that question will be there, because Appian uses 3 to 4 sets as well, but yeah, you will at least get an idea what kind of questions they ask for the level 1.
Okay.
See, level 1 is not that tough, because level 1 is 50% on Appian, 50% on Agile and other methodologies that we use, right? Basic development skills. And analytics skills, right? So Agile, there could be a question. What is a sprint, or what is a user story? What is a persona? Who is the business users, So such kind of questions could also be there. So you need to also learn the Agile's methodology, which is available very easily. You can go and in the W3 course, very clearly message given there.
One question. So so if we have too much experience, like 18-year experience,
right.
So this level 1 certification and basic question of this Appian will clear that interview, or they will ask Appian architect, senior architect kind of questionnaire interviewer?
You need to represent yourself in us, let's say you have 18 years of experience in IBM BPM, right? So in that case,
14 year, and then other is
yeah. So I'm just giving an example. Let's say you have 18 years of experience in your IBM BPM, right? So what you do, you go and mention that, hey, last 16 years I was working as an IBM BPM, and then I have started, as I'm a very tech lead person, so I'm not having my full hand in my Appian development, but I'm learning this Appian. I'm handling a team which is doing this Appian thing. I'm the person who is doing an architect. They are doing the coding, but I'm also involving myself to understand this Appian coding, and I'm learning that as well. So this is what I have done so far. I created some POCs or maybe application, and I'm handling a team who is doing the Appian development. with huge experience, you need to be very smart of answering so that they can understand, okay, yes, you have a lot of experience within you, but you have not done much in your Appian development. So they can use you as a tech lead where you can guide the people to work on Appian, how they work, and then they can do the development, and you can also do some part of the development.
Yeah, thanks, Ravi.
Okay.
So this course, Ravi, we will be able to have like whatever the course curriculum what you have and what you teach us. Will it help us to at least be a senior developer, given we have experience, right? I can see in Appian website it has associate, senior, and lead developer, right? So when you say L1, is it associate developer?
Right.
So L2 is, I'm assuming, senior developer.
Senior developer, and L3 is a lead developer.
So when we do this course, the concept wise, are we able to be at least in a level of a senior developer? I know it all depends upon how we understand and how we work in a big solution.
Right.
Yeah, but still I'm asking, given most of people have experience in their own domains, right? They would have good understanding of technology for sure.
Right.
So will they at least be able to crack the senior developer mode?
See, senior developer questions, if you talk about the interview, then yes, you can. But if you talk about the
exam,
the certifications, it will be little difficult because now Appian has not asking the direct questions. They are giving the questions in the scenario wise. So not all your experience will come into your picture because they can give you a big scenario, a big paragraph of the question, and in that they say, okay, there are 4 possible answers, all are correct. You have to be very smart to understand which one is more optimized, and that's what makes it very difficult because none of the answers are wrong. So if you can think about the based solution and way of working, you can definitely clear that. And people have done that in past, after this training, and then few months of work they have completed senior developer.
Okay.
And that's I'll tell you that I don't like these things about the Appian is because there is a possibility that what you are thinking could be a correct answer, but what Appian thinks is a different approach, right? I mean, according to him, no, this is my answer could be a correct one because all the answer has given there is correct. But according to Appian, which one will be correct? Now there the luck comes into the picture because you might think this is a good way of doing that, but Appian thinks no, this is not the best way of doing that.
Yeah, okay. I think because I've given Appian analyst before, I understand what you're saying because they have very similar answers, which might be true, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah. One follow-up question, Ravi. I think mainly I'm doing this course is probably to understand how is the job market and the salaries leading up to the developer courses. So if something you have information on that.
To be very frank, because of this Trump thing, there are some downfall in the market, but still Appian positions are up. Even I'm getting the calls for Appian. At least a day I get a message in LinkedIn. So as compared to any other technology, Appian is having a good market as compared to any others. But yes, there's a slight downfall we have seen in the market right now.
And given AI comes up with the future, which generally provides you applications built, right? Will Appian still have a good niche market? What?
Yeah, that's what the competitors do, right? So Appian as a company, they have started investing themselves in AI a lot. Now they are targeting the Appian AI, the private AI, right? Because many companies thinks about if I go and put my data on my AI, it could be go on over net, right? So now they are companies as a company, they are thinking to use a private AI. Let's say there's a company called Capgemini. If they wanted to use an AI for their employees, right? They are trying to get in touch, and then they're saying, "Hey, ChatGPT, I want my private ChatGPT," right? So that my data does not go out of my server. I can still get the answers, but my data should not go out of my server. That's a private AI. So Appian is also investing itself in the private AIs. They are giving you the AI tools, AI skills to extract the data, extraction, and then what do you say that segregation of the data. Those kind of things in Appian is also coming up. So AI skills, you might have seen on our screenshot that there's a one object called AI skills, which is now involving in Appian. From the last year, 24.3, they have started AI skills in the market. So yeah. And it's not that tough, I mean, once you know the Appian, you will be able to understand how to invoke those AI skills. We are also planning for, a crash course on AI skills. So if it's that ready, then I will let you know. But yeah, it's not that tough. Any question on the training? How much hour it is going to be?
Yeah, what's the duration, Ravi, for the course?
Right, so duration is going to be an hour, for 1 hour a day, weekdays, and it goes around 30 to 35 sessions, to complete one basic. Right.
Hi Ravi, Rahul here.
Hey, Rahul.
So currently I'm in API management space, have almost 8 years experience. So I'm thinking to switch into this BPM. So how relatable it is. I'm into integrations actually now.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, integrations you might be doing all the other stuff there, but here you will be building a whole application, right? The UI part, the process, the backend process, no?
Okay.
So all those things. So, and it's, as I said, right, don't think about Appian is, you need to do lots of coding. The first thing you should be clearing your mind that Appian is tough. It's not a rocket science. It's very easy as compared to any other programming language. Very easy, and you don't have to do much coding. What you need to implement is a business logic. UI designing, everything you can do it very easily, right? Just the business logic, like condition wise the data. If this is the thing, what should be happen? If this is my action button, what path it has to take in the process? Those things you need to do. Because see, Appian Smart Services also gives you the configurations. Basically, you have to do the configurations, right? They have given you, this is my input, give me the data. This is my input, give me the data. This is what I will give you as an output. So save it accordingly. So that's what the configurations.
So how is the market? I'm into this 8 years experience bracket. So
Right.
The market
So
for
see, right. So as I mentioned, right now, due to this US things, the market is little down. I won't say it's a very good market, but I'm not saying it's bad now, because Appian is, as a technology, it's still in the demand. People are hiring for, I think in India, Coforce is one of the company who is actively looking for Appian professionals, and HSBC is the one. Vuram, Excel. These are the companies we are still looking for some Appian for. I mean, even though the market is down, but they are still looking for it. And I think in couple of months it will be better.
Okay. I think by the time the training will be done, I think so.
Yeah.
Ravi, I have one more last question. So one of my friends suggested he suggested me you should do one real-time project before you switch. Then only you can understand how the Appian all the system works. So he suggested me like that. So in my current situation, I'm unable to release from current project. So my doubt here is, so at the end of this course, am I able to transform my current project, how this will be implemented in Appian, so that I can explain this project to the interviewer?
Right. Definitely. See, there are two ways of teaching the training. One is that that other people may do, and some other training center do, is like they go with the topic wise. Today I will learn process model. Today I will learn records. Today, and then next day I will learn reports or something. So in that way, what happens? They complete the course, but we are not able to connect when to use what. What I do is that I started from a basic of starting from the database designing, and then I proceed with the workflow. So in that way, you might be using interface in the beginning, and you might also use the interface at the mid of the process. You might be using at the end of the process as well. The process model designing could be in the beginning, could be at the middle as well. So I just try to go in a way where you can understand when to use what object, right? So that will give you a clear picture that, okay, if this is a requirement, I know what I need to change. Okay, I need to touch a process model, I need to touch an interface. So this way you will understand what actually you have to build for this particular requirement, right? So that's why I go with the flow of an application development. I don't go with the topic wise.
Okay. Yes, understood, Ravi. So I was very concerned about this since I have a, like, compared to others, I have a small experience with the 3.5 years, and
No,
entire my experience was like I support project only. So that's why I was concerned about this.
So let me ease you by telling this, that everyone is new in Appian here. So everyone is standing in the same line, right? What experience will help them to understand the things better way maybe, but the Appian is still the same for everyone, right? So don't have to worry about it.
So you will take like one-to-one interview, right, during the course or at the end of the course?
We do design an interview session, at the end of the training. We have an interview program as well, so you will be inviting there.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, hi Ravi. So are we going to perform all this in the community edition, or
right
somewhere else?
Right, community editions, because that's where you will do the practice. So everyone has to log in and create your credentials in Appian community, and then you will be using this credentials community editions to learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I missed that answer from you, Ravi, when I asked how are the job opportunities and salary prospects.
Yeah. So salaries wise, it's very good. I'll tell you, very good example. One of my associates, if you guys knows, right, in Chennai we have Appian Corporation itself. So Appian Corporation also hires the Appian professionals, right? So in Chennai, she got 80% of hike. Yesterday itself she accepted the offer. So that's how the market position is, right? And Appian professionals gets a good hike as compared to any other.
Okay.
So I believe everyone is from India, right? Is there anyone out of India?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not in India.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I'm not based in India.
Okay. So is that timing is okay for you guys? The timing that you connected today?
Yeah, Ravi,
every day
it's
would be a
okay. How can I
challenge.
just?
Yeah, for me, every day would be challenge because it's my work day timing. But you would be giving us recordings as well, right, Ravi?
Right, recordings will be there, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is a 45-day course?
As I said, right? I mean, 30 to 35 sessions weekdays. So yeah, it could be continuously. It could be 45 days.
Okay. And is there any way you can cover some concepts of AI, given that?
So we are planning. We are creating a small crash course on AI skills. We need to collect the materials and plan accordingly how to go with it. We simply can't go and just talk about it, right? This is what it is. I need to give you a good example of that as well, right? So I'm just planning creating one crash course on that. If it's ready, then we'll let you know.
Yeah, what I'm asking is, can you probably incorporate something as part of this course, given that it will be hard for us to join two different courses, right? Like one is to learn the BPM and then another one to learn the AI separately.
Right now, there's no plan to incorporate this in this course because things are not ready yet. If it can, then we'll think about it. But right now, no.
Okay. Okay. If not like fully, but something like an introduction of how Appian integrates with an AI. Like in Pega, Pega generally gives you a feature of Gen AI and how people can interact with AIs, right? They have their own models. Similarly, some introduction of how Appian works around AI.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That would be helpful, Ravi. Yeah.
All right. All right. Any other questions, guys? No? All right. Thank you everyone for joining the course. I hope to see you all. And right now we will be continuing the same timing. If anyone has any issues with the timing, please do let us know. We can think about it. If I see any other slots are available, then we can try to transition with that timing. But yeah, right now this is going to be 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. IST for this course. All right. So please get in touch with the training institutions number. You might have it, right? So if there are any things, do let us know. Upon the group is confirmed, then we will be creating a WhatsApp group where you can get in touch and we can, discuss your doubts and everything in that group. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you,
Thank you
Ravi.
all.
Thank you all.